It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful soul. So great to have you join us on a show that's got us extremely excited, and this is why. He is a much-loved South African actor, filmmaker, television presenter, entrepreneur. There's very little that he doesn't do at the moment. Thapelo Mokoena is known for the big roles that he's played on the big and the small screen, both locally, internationally. He's broken a barrier, I think, for a lot of other South African actors as well. And of course, I think way back when we fell in love with him, when he played the role of Gabriel in the TV soapie Generations, which some of you might have even forgotten about. But since then, he has been taking the world by storm with some amazing roles and incredible projects. And this morning, the popular actor and entrepreneur now joins us to chat about lockdown, life, the wife, kids, business ventures, a little bit of vino. Buddy, we love you, man. We love you so much, and we rejoice in the fact that we get to see you, obviously, on social media, living your life. And thanks for giving us that access, because for an old friend, it's always great to kind of, someone said proof of life, and I love being able to get that proof of life and seeing where you are and what you're doing. But lockdown doesn't seem to have slowed you down, buddy. How's wife and kids and life, man?
Dude, like, yeah, you and I have been through a lot together. If we've done Strictly Come Dancing together, we can do anything.
You know.
That's the way.
You know, but yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for having me. Sure, what a journey. Lockdown, right? You would imagine that one is restricted, caged up, literally locked down, but you know, just the power of potential is insane. And in my world, I feel like lockdown unlocked so many levels to my life, you know, and I'm not complaining. You know, it's all about, I assume, putting yourself out there and trying to make things work. And so far, so good. I'm not complaining at all, bro.
I like that outlook, you know, lockdown has unlocked so many different things in your life. And I think a general consensus when you generally ask people, how were your holidays? Some people say it was the best because we did nothing. So I want to know, how were your holidays?
Well, in my world, I kind of almost did everything.
Okay.
You know, like I went back to that vault, you know, where all my ideas sat, everything I've ever wanted to create. I went, you know, I revisited that, you know, when lockdown began, when the country was shut down. I literally started cooking. You know, what I did is before the official lockdown, I went and set up and cleaned out my garage, brought all my cameras from my office straight into my garage, and I started working, bro. So, you know, creating content, literally just revisiting some of those ideas, building some of the brands that I really wanted to get off the ground. And that's exactly what it became for me. It literally work, with my kids, of course, in the space. And yeah, that's a whole new story.
Yeah, man, I mean, there's so many things I want to talk to you about, because I'm interested in that moment where the spark kind of took hold, because you've evolved. You've always been a fantastic actor, and we've kind of known that was always going to come to bear, and it's come to bear on an international scale, which is amazing.
Yes.
But the entrepreneurial self, was there a moment, was there a defining project, or was there something that lit this fire? Because now you've taken that to a completely different level now.
Yeah, I grew up in a family that still is a family of business, a family of entrepreneurs. You know, my dad, my late dad, always was that light for us. Like, he was always the guy that literally went beyond, you know. You know, he achieved things that you never expected him to achieve in the most toughest of conditions. So we always grew up seeing that. And I think just entrepreneurship is something that we've got naturally, my brothers and I, just from watching and literally bearing witness to my dad's moves. But now I really can't avoid entrepreneurship. It's like I wake up to figure out how to turn a rand into 5 rands. That's my life, you know, and I'm enjoying it, you know. Practice, once again, you know, practice makes permanent. The more I do it, the better I feel in it, you know, the more comfortable I am in it, from the wine business to now restauranting to so many other layers which are gonna unfold as we go along. But yeah, it's part of what drives me. Honestly, you know, acting is my passion, that's my soul. Storytelling is my life. But outside of that, I can express myself and my passions and legacy, right?
Yeah, well, create that for your family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's going to be beautiful to see what else will be unfolding in the years to come.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, a lot of people have also lost a little bit of momentum, started off strong, but how have you maintained that motivation throughout this period?
Yeah. You know, I feel I'm a very inspired person. You know, I read a lot, I consume a lot of content. And what I did when lockdown began is I literally went straight to online, you know, like fully. I started doing all these webinar classes just to try and keep that spark alive, you know, especially when it comes to business. But to be honest with you, it's all internal, like, you know, that internal dialogue is the biggest thing you can ever sort of invest in, you know, your relationship with yourself. You know, I think 38 years old, the amount of practice I've had, ideas failing, trying some things not working, some things working, has given me that persistence and that resilience. So my internal dialogue is always about win. You know, it's the win conversation. It's obstacles and defying them and finding solutions. And being a producer, you know, film and TV producer, it's all you do. You try and find solutions to your obstacles and challenges. That refines you.
Yeah.
And we take it for granted that you're actually in practice. It's exercise. So right now I feel like I'm at a point in my life where all of that is coming to a click. It's all seasoning, and now I'm settling into my world as this person, you know, that is really going to take business to a whole new level.
Well, here's something to get excited about. I read an amazing document the other day that said entrepreneurs are only really born in their 40s. So you've barely even gotten started, buddy.
That's
even gotten
absolutely
started.
true. Even actors. An average
Completely.
actor's career begins between the age of 35 and 40.
We love the sound of that. I'm dying to find out about the most important role in his life, that of being a father. We're going to get a bit more personal. We're going to continue the chat with Tups. And you need to stick around because lots more inspiration on the way.